Here's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And he won't quite make it to the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Ryan Wright now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bears had 3 and 9 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Gill now on to punt as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Love looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Williams going to sneak it.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he fires one incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
To the air, Williams.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Love now.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Dancing away at the 35. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Throwing is Williams.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Devontae Wyatt.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Ooh, the juke. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On play action. Love to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Brooks.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Love will sneak it.
Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Still going. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. J.K. Dobbins with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Here's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
The 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Love. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's Jones. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
14 yards in a Chicago first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. Got Dobbs over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Working out of the gun. Love.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Again, it's Love.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt.
So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Gets around him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message.
And Owen coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball, Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's good.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Play action this time with Love.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Packers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Throwing. Love.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Williams.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Going back to Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Love from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
To throw, Williams.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. From the gun, here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down.
In motion, the tight end. Love from the gun on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's Love. That's complete to Wicks.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll go play action here with Williams.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. A gain of 15. And the Bears first down.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again here, Williams. He's into space past the 25.
And he gets this one down to the 24. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, it's Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
In motion goes the tight end. Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bears first down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here's Williams.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. to the air. Williams.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
On 4th down, here's Williams.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Love. Able to find his man, Kraft.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.